We got a little West Coast road trip coming up. Are you gonna be celebrating your 30th?
Yeah.
Damn.
So
30.
Yeah.
Damn, 30, bro?
Yeah. I told you, bro. I got
29, 28?
we can't be out here being 0-7, bro. I got 4 or 5 years left, maybe 6. I gotta win. My time's going down, brother.
Well,
Figure it out.
Technically, everyone's time is going down, for being honest.
Nah, I know, but y'all time is a little different than my time.
Not really.
You got a Roller. I got an Apple Watch. Your time's different than mine.
Do you want me? Do you want me to do this right now?
So on the West Coast trip coming up.
Champion in my vein, all of this came not by luck. Going too crazy in the stadium, got the city going nuts. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Roommate Show presented by Bet365, where the vibes are permanently immaculate, a Playmaker original. We got, obviously, my former roommate, JB, and Matty Ice here, as always. And it's just us today. No guests, no long intro of me butchering it.
We got some good feedback on our last no guest episode. So
We did?
people say it. People said it was one of their favorites.
Oh, there you go.
They said we were more relaxed without a guest. Curious if you guys felt that way.
More relaxed?
I'm
No, I
already
just
pretty
feel
relaxed.
I don't think we were more relaxed. I feel like we just had some stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, whenever you have somebody, you always got to kind of, like, cater to that person.
Yeah.
Just like, here, I don't got to cater to y'all.
Yeah, you do.
No, so we up.
I do want to talk about something, though. Might as well jump out the gate with this. Our record against the top teams in the NBA. Pretty horseshit.
Would it be 0-7?
Yep.
0-6?
7.
1-7.
Is that against the top 3 teams? Boston, Cleveland, OKC?
Yep.
For a team to see that stat and to recognize it, I think it could be taken 2 ways. It can be extremely beneficial because it could put you in a position of being humbled and realizing, like, we have a lot of room to go, if you want to compete with these guys and this team. Or, it could, kind of break teams and you think, like, oh, we're not as good as these people or these teams. I think with the mentality that we have and the character of the team that we have, I think it would be the first one. I think it would be more of a humbling statistic for us and shows us that, we have good players and we have, great talent, but we got to go out there and we got to put forth the effort every game and every possession and not concede easy baskets or, start the game off slow or anything like that. We got to start pushing ourselves to the limit on both ends of the court, which is why I'm not really panicking with that stat, because I think it will open our eyes to realizing we have to, get to another level individually and as a team, obviously. But I think we'll do that.
I had a lot to say. But I think the main focus that we should have is obviously use that to kind of push ourselves. But it, like, sucks because, like, first time we played Cleveland at the Garden, we're up like 13 or 14, lost. Played OKC at OKC. We were up double digits something and lost. So, like, we've shown that we've competed, right? Boston, we cut it to 4 last time, whatever. And then obviously shit the bed rest of the game. But, like, I see where we have opportunities to where we can, like, be aggressive and pounce on it and win. But the frustrating part about all this is that, like we have what it takes. We have the personnel. Like, we have everything we need in that locker room, right? We just got to put it together. But yeah, like X's and O's and all that stuff. That's easy. That's an easy fix. But, like, the amount of times we've been, like, embarrassed on national television, I mean, that should ring a bell. Like, that should be, like, a wake up call in itself. not just for those games, just like for the rest of the season. Like we gotta wake the hell up.
Like for me, like obviously I can't speak for anybody, but but myself. But like for me, I didn't play the Cleveland game, and I didn't travel with the team, so I'm at the house watching it, and I'm like,
Did you watch the whole game?
I turned it off after the third quarter.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it, but it was like, okay, and obviously that was a bad loss, but out those 7, that's just 1. So I was out there for the other 6. So now I'm looking at it from this side, looking at how it looks on national TV, getting smacked by 30, and how embarrassing it looks. And I'm sitting there like, I don't want to go out there and miss an assignment on any possession. I don't want to go out there and feel like I'm not playing hard on any possession, because that's what it looks like. And I'm embarrassed, being a part of it. So, obviously I don't want anyone to be hurt and watching, those games on national TV, but, I think everyone should at least watch that game and see how it looks. Because like whatever else aside, like, it was embarrassing, and that's not who we are as a team. Starts from, everyone starts from top with Dolan, Leon, Tibbs, us. Like that's not who we are. So we're not going to settle for that being the product that we put on the court.
I'll say this: it's okay. It's not okay, but it is who we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's who we show. But I mean, we have an opportunity to fix it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say that's not who we are. It's not who we want to be. It's what we showed the other night. But I've always said this: every time you step on the court, is a chance to see where you are, regardless of who you play.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that just shows where we are.
Mm-hmm.
We're not ready, but we have a long way to go to be ready. It's not playoffs yet. Like we're still in a good position where we can get better, right? And be ready by the time playoffs start, or be ready by the next time, our next game. But yeah, we got a long way to go. But I'm okay. I'm okay with that because it'll make it that much better when we're able to get over the hump and like start playing well against those teams and show what we can do. So I mean, just part of the process.
I feel like for you in particular, one thing you rarely see is people having any issue with how you handle yourself in like a post-game conference. But you made a comment after the Boston game that I think had Knicks Twitter riled up. I don't know if you saw that, but it was basically you were saying like, we're not worried about closing the gap on Boston. We're worried about getting better as a team. And I feel like people maybe read that the wrong way, but like, I guess talk a little bit more about that and what you're trying to get across.
I don't focus on any other team or any other player except for the one that's in the locker room. If you're not wearing Knicks on your jersey, I don't care.
There's no Knicks on the jersey. It just says New York.
If you don't have New York on your jersey, I don't care. I don't care what the Boston Celtics are doing. I don't care what the Cavs are doing. I don't care what the OKC is doing. Like, I'm not sitting there like, oh, we have to beat these guys. Like, I want to be where they are. No, I want us to be the best team we can be. And that team can compete with those guys 100%. But I'm not obsessed with the fascination of we have to close the gap on the Boston Celtics. Like
let me play devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, but you're also the same person who said everyone's chasing Boston. Did you not?
I did say that. I think everyone's chasing Boston in terms of they just want to chip, right? But I'll sit there and say this. Say you're so fascinated, because I'll say if you're so fascinated on one opponent and that's the goal, we want to beat the Boston Celtics. We want to close the gap on the Boston Celtics and all that. Say right now, how the seeding are, if the playoffs started today, if we win the first round, they win the first round, we would play down. It would be in a collision course to play down. If we're so fascinated with the sense of beating Boston and we beat Boston in the playoffs, there's room for complacency. There's room for, oh, this was our goal. We succeeded in this goal. And then there's room for failure. There's room for a fall off. If you're sitting there like, I want to make sure we're the best team we can be. I'm the best player I can be at the end of the year. This team's the best team we can be at the end of the year. I don't know what that is. But I know if that's the goal, and I know this team can compete with those teams, then the goal is a finals. But I'm not going to sit there and be so obsessed with playing one team or competing against one team, because if you do that, you have so much enjoyment in winning that it's room. I'm not saying you will, but it's room for complacency. And I think if you don't leave yourself room for complacency, you won't have it, and you're just continue to strive. So that's why I'm sitting here saying I don't want to close the gap on the Boston Celtics. I want us to figure our identity out, figure our vibe out, so we can compete at the highest level we can. So if people don't like that, they have their own thoughts. They're not me. I have my own decision. If anyone see how I play, I mean, the proof's in the pudding. Me, I play as hard as anybody does. Once we lace up the shoes. So if they don't like that answer, that's up to us.
You mentioned obviously you have the personnel in the locker room. I think that's probably, if I had to put myself in the shoes of Knicks Twitter, I think that's probably why people are so upset is because of the personnel, right? Because you mentioned, I think on a prior episode, the season's all about finding, losing it, and then finding it at the right time. Obviously, at this moment in time, one could argue that you guys lost it for a sec, but I think it's because of how good the personnel is and the fact that you guys made all the right moves, the fact that you have all the pieces that I think when come together right, it's a championship team. And I think it's really just about hopefully hitting that stride at the right time.
Yeah, it's every season for every team is a roller coaster. You're going to have peaks and you're going to have valleys. It's like, how do you get better from both of them? How do you continue, when you're hitting a peak, like, how do you continue to stay up there? When you rally, how do you quickly get back up? Like, it's a very long season with a lot of emotion, a lot of talk, a lot of communication, a lot of trying to figure out what's the best way for us to be successful. Even the best teams every team struggles with something. Every team, right? But so it's not like we're the team like, all right, like we're the only team with problems in the league. No, every team has a problem, has some type of problem in the league. But we just gotta figure out how can we maximize our potential. That's the biggest question mark about us. One of the biggest question marks about us.
Mm-hmm. I think we talked about like this is like the first year where like people are putting like, real expectations and those kind of things. And for us, as long as we don't listen to it or pay attention, I think that helps.
This is a Never Ordinary Sports segment brought to you by Bet365. So Jalen was rocking his Team USA hockey jersey recently, and everyone was talking about the highly competitive Four Nations face-off final versus Canada, which the NHL did instead of an all-star game. I feel like that obviously came at an interesting time because people were talking about how competitive that was, and maybe they were comparing it to the all-star game. You had fights breaking out and stuff, but like, how do you guys think about the round-robin format? And what do you think about a USA versus the world? I know that was a suggestion that was thrown out.
I think it'd be interesting.
The only thing about it is it rewires how you even select all-stars, right? Because it's
That's
somewhat
the problem.
positionally right now. But now you're selecting people based on where they're from.
Yeah, I think that would be a problem.
Yeah.
But my thing with that is I don't think there's a correlation, because like you see it with like the Olympics, like the World Cup and all that. Like when people, it's like, us, USA versus the world, like it'd be cool, but like it's not gonna be as serious. Like for those four countries, what was it? Sweden, Canada, US, and I don't know if
was it Finland?
Finland. Yeah. Like when they put like that Swedish jersey on or like that Canadian jersey or whatever, like it's different for them. Like that, like they're on like full go mode. Like they're like representing their country. So it's like I don't think there's like you can compare those kind of things just because. Our All-Star game is just kind of like it's fun. Kind of like it's more of like a celebration of, the guy that's playing well. But like for them, and I watched the final, like the third period, barely knew what the heck was going on, but like it was intense. But it was like it's different because it's like U.S. versus Canada and all like the history and all that. So I don't think there's a correlation, but it was a dope tournament though.
I have a question. What would be the rule? So like, you know how like hockey, they started dropping the mitts, started fighting right away. Like they have rules. Like obviously once you go to the ground, it's over. That's probably the only rule I really know. What would be the rules if basketball players would fight?
Each get a jab.
No. So
slap.
I thought in depth about this. You can't go outside the center circle. You gotta stay inside the center circle. You have the shot clock. You have 24 seconds, right? And once you go on the ground, it's over. Or someone obviously gets
you drop
KO'd.
Dang.
So it's not a fight, but in I don't know, probably 7-8 years ago, when I was in DC, it was some sort of like minor league basketball situation. It was called, do you remember the DC Dobermans? Anyway, I went to a game one time because like Chris Wright and Austin Freeman were playing. You remember them from Georgetown?
Maybe.
Anyway, they were nice. But in this game, if you got fouled going to score, instead of shooting free throws, you and the person who fouled you, one possession, 1-on-1 from half court.
Oh, I thought you said the person that fouled you square up.
I was waiting for like the fight. I was like, oh wait,
not
for the
fight.
throw down?
But it made for a really entertaining outcome.
That's interesting.
That's very interesting.
Might take a little bit too long though.
Yeah. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Breaking news from Bet365. New customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. Sign up, deposit $10, place a bet for $5, and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and so much more. Whenever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
We are in the world now where we see everything and we hear everything. So it's a matter of when we listen to it, right? We're going to hear it. We're going to see it. That's the sports world now. It's not just NBA. It's the sports world now. It's about how you use it. Like you can listen to it and forget about it. You can listen to it and like internalize it, and it takes you one way or the other, positive or negative. Or you flat out just delete your whole phone. Like how many times have we've been like, we send each other stuff, like, oh, like we've seen that, like we haven't seen it. Like somehow, some way, like information is going to get to your phone or get to you.
Bro, I was driving here to this podcast. I got a push notification from ESPN. So I wasn't even on Twitter. It was literally a push notification that they sent out to tens of millions of people saying, are the Knicks fraud?
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't avoid it.
I think
we talk about the positives and negatives of playing in a market like New York. The highs are higher and the lows are lower than really any other market. So it's like, there's no other teams that are third in their conference right now.
There's one other team in the Western Conference.
There's one other team that's there, but there's no other teams that are third in their conference that have the best record that they've had in 20, 30 years. That a push notification is being sent out saying, are they fraud?
Like I said, it's a roller coaster, right? How many times you'd be like, oh, like the Knicks are contending, and then all of a sudden, like the Knicks are not ready, they're frauds, and so close to, or not even close to being ready. So it's all about how like you weather the storm, and how can you focus on every day, just focusing on the next step, instead of jumping to like the end. Like everyone wants to jump to the end. Like we can't. If we do that, our season's over. We can't jump to the end.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have a long way to go. And I'm okay with that.
I think the fact that we all know we have a long way to go it can be encouraging. Because, I mean, like I said, we're third in the East. You know, I'm not sure how many, at this point, we won 30 whatever games.
7, 8?
37, 38 games. And it's like, and there was a handful of those that we know, like, we should have had. Chicago game, I fouled, we should have had. The Cleveland game, feel like we should have had in the beginning of the year. The first OKC game in OKC. And there, there's probably 2 or 3 other ones where it's like, 2 minutes here or there could have been the change of that outcome of the game. So it's like, we're in a good position. So now it's like, just imagine, what we could be. We know we still have room to grow. So just imagine where we could be at the end. If this is where we are now and we see how much more room there is to grow. So, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, it's all about the mentality. And, especially this late into the season, you got, everything goes through your mind. You got teams that are like, someone that ain't playoff team, you like, man, we got 25 more, then we on vacation. Now, or you got certain people that's like going into free agency, they're like, I got 25 more, I got to go out there and like hoop so I can get another contract. You got other teams that's like, we got 25 more, then playoffs are not. So there's so many different, things going through your mind at this point. But it's like, as long as you're locked in and focused on, being the best team and growing, you'll be good.
As the captain and as someone who has one of the most important voices in the locker room, like when you have a few days between a game coming off a loss like that, your next game's what, Wednesday? Philly?
Yep.
How do you guys think about on those off days where maybe you're not seeing your teammates? How do you think about getting, helping guys, reaching out to guys, making sure their minds are right? Like, what does that communication look like when you want to find that balance between everyone just kind of going off on their own, knowing what they need to do versus having some of those conversations?
A day like today, I would say it's like, just get your mind right. Like, I don't think we need to like have a sit down circle, like kumbaya type thing. For the most part, like it's just like get away, get your mind right. My phone's always on if people want to have a conversation. Like I'm not like, leave me alone. I'm just like, let me give everyone the day, and then tomorrow when we come in, like we come in ready to work. Like it's not like it's not like you walk in, we're like, no, we know at work we got to get done, right? We know what we have to do, right? Let's refresh our minds, refresh our bodies, and get ready to work. Whether it's like physical or mental, like you have to have that openness of like your mind to be like locked in whatever we need to do. I'm not too worried about that part. I think we have a good group of guys who are like, all right, let's go. And so not much needs to be said, but we know like we don't want to be embarrassed on TV anymore. That's
the good part about convincing losses. It's like, make no mistake, like everyone's
you don't
on
want
their
that
own.
shit to happen again.
Yeah.
It's that plain and simple.
I told guys at the beginning of the year, I said, bro, my door is open. Y'all want to pull up on me? We can have some wine. We can talk it out, figure it out, whether it's basketball or just life. Or just like you got whatever problem, family problems, whatever. Beginning, I'm like, bro, y'all can pull up to the crib. Because like mentally right now, I feel like I'm in the best position I've been in life, just in general in terms of basketball and off the court. If y'all need something, y'all need anything, y'all can holler at me. If not, cool. And then I'm gonna go about my day. I'm gonna make sure I put my work in and do those kind of things. And then, there'll be times where we're like, I gotta text this person, or I gotta call this person. I gotta see what's up with him. That's one of the things about, when you get your butt kicked on national TV, it's kind of a hard reset for everybody. So, we'll see what it is tomorrow. We go in for practice and kind of see where guys' minds are. But I think that role for both of us would be a little bit different if the character of the locker room was different. But I think the character of the locker room is strong. Some of the things like we understand it, and we don't gotta just harp on it.
How do you guys feel physically? How's your knee?
Exquisite. I played 40 the other day. I'm good. I was gassed. Boy, I was gassed. First half,
Actually,
smoked. I played the whole first quarter. I was like,
you never play the whole first quarter?
No, I get like a sub in like 3-4 minutes.
I usually play the whole first quarter.
Yeah, I did that. I was like a little gassed, but then like you get like the second win, then you're competitive. Third quarter, I was kind of gassed too, but like
we were hooping third quarter.
Luckily, I ain't have to do a damn thing offensively, but set a damn screen. I wasn't even rolling. I was setting the screen like Jalen, shoot it. Cat, shoot the ball. When else like so third quarter, I was just like. I was able to just, offensively, honestly, I was able to just rest and just play defense, rebound, and set screens.
How are we looking on Mitch? Do you guys have any information?
Our 7-foot demon? I don't know. He'll be back soon.
He'll be back soon.
Very soon.
Very soon.
I will say this.
He will say this.
You guys can have fun for the next 2 minutes. I got to go to the bathroom.
You want to just wait till he gets back?
No, I don't.
All right, I got a question for you.
All right.
How much better of a team are the Knicks when Josh Hart shoots and makes open threes?
You picked a great time to talk about this.
He'll hear it when it comes out.
No, he won't, because we'll stop it by the time he gets back.
I think it's two different teams.
It's two different teams. Like the willingness of him shooting it the amount of times I've yelled, I've said it on the pod, the amount of times I've yelled at him to shoot the ball, right? We've seen him, I've seen him work out, I've seen him shoot, right? He puts in the work. It's crazy to say that. Josh putting in the work is a crazy statement.
You wouldn't say that if he was.
I would not say that if he was there. But like he shoot, I'm like, yo, shoot the ball. Like if you have to step into that ready to shoot, you have to. You got to make him play you. If you make him, great, right? If you make one and miss one, all right, you shoot the next one. Like you got to shoot the ball.
Because when he doesn't, it's really 4-on-5, right? Whoever they put Al Horford on him, who's hanging back in the paint, like it really changes the spacing completely.
You got to shoot the ball.
Which is interesting because normally when you think of someone having to shoot the ball, it sounds like it's for selfish reasons, but it's actually the opposite. It's actually selfish if he doesn't shoot the ball.
What's his shooting numbers this year?
Probably like, I mean, not enough to be passing up the amount that he is. Maybe 35, 36%, maybe. Josh
Hart stats. He's shooting, first of all, he's shooting like 56 on the field, which is kind of crazy. He's averaging 9.7 rebounds.
It's crazy.
He didn't shoot a single three last game.
What's his 3-point percentage on the year though?
I'm looking for it. 33.
Okay. A little lower than I would have said, but high enough to not be passing up some of these open shots. And I feel like first half of the year there was a time where it was a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Like he was shooting lights out.
Like he needs to shoot the ball. Because I mean, it'd be different if he didn't work on it. He works on it.
He has a shooting coach in town right now. He's literally headed right there after this.
All right. Well, tell him shoot him in the game. I don't really care about he doesn't practice shooting in the game.
We were just talking about you.
We weren't talking about you.
That's fine. So you want to talk about it or should we
hear
it when it comes out?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, let him hear it when it comes out.
This hardworking hand segment is brought to you by O'Keefe's. So we got our
first pod post All-Star.
First pod post All-Star.
What'd you think of the format? Just get right into it.
Yeah. Sunday, so the All-Star game. At first I was like, all right, this would probably be cool. Like little tournament style games. At first I was like, all right, whatever. But like thinking about it and like seeing all the reactions and like having some time to really like take a deep dive. I saw someone say, I spent more time voting for Jalen every single day. I was voting for him more versus the time he was on the court. The time spent voting for him was more than me being on the court. I was like, damn.
There's a lot of activations, a lot of sponsorship stuff. Like the Mr. Beast thing was obviously it took a while.
Yeah. I mean, just go back to East and West, in my opinion. At first I was like, it's cool. Maybe bump up the score, but I think now I thought about it, just go back to East and West or go back to picking teams. At least just having two teams.
It's one of those things where it's like, obviously, if the effort isn't there, the product won't be that good. But I feel like there was more effort. Like you saw, like Victor was playing hard as hell. Kyrie was playing hard. You know, Cat over there lollygagging around. But I think the effort obviously was going to, make the product be better.
They also, it's not a real game. Mm-hmm. Like think about the prep we do pregame.
Yeah.
Like we have shooting times, we have table work, we have our pregame consists of like pictures.
Yeah.
And then all this other stuff. And then you barely get time to really warm up. Then you have the intro rehearsals. So like you're doing a lot of standing, a lot of waiting. And then like now you're like, all right, go out there and play. Like one of the guys who's on the OG's team, but a while ago was like, if you want to treat it like a real game, like you make it a real game. Make it a real game.
Yeah. So you're saying like, if you want that competitive nature, you make it game-like situations where we get our pregame, everyone gets ready, get their body right, then they go out and play, and let that sell. You don't have to like do all the bells or whistles. And I think it was like there was 27 minutes or 37 minutes of game time.
It was like 33.
And then it was like an hour and 40 minutes of like random people talking, promotion and all that. If you cut that or even it out a little bit, it might be a little bit less revenue at first, but people are going to see the product and be enamored with the product. And then, everything else will come. But
even if they do that though, with February marking like basically the halfway point, sort of leading into the most important months of the year, do you really think that people will go out there and put their bodies on the line? Like
I think it would be a little bit more
bit
competitive. I'm
better.
not saying we're out there like diving on the floor and taking charges, but like
so you don't need people. If they go out there and play like 75% of how they normally do, like it'll be competitive.
Yeah.
And you had guys there that were like being competitive and playing, extremely hard. And that could, be a trickle down effect. But like I said, like if you make it in like a game like situation, so these guys are, I forgot who it was that won whatever team that beat you guys at first, they didn't play
for like a while.
And then one of them, like they were running and they were like, looked like they was like trying to get their hamstring like working like, in the first couple minutes of the game. So it's like, you got to make sure you let these guys be professional athletes.
Last thing I'll say about it, like you said, so we lost the first game. And so
and that's it.
That's it. So after the game, I did my media, which took a little bit. And then I waited like 10 to 15 minutes for like my family to come down so we could take like some pictures together. So that took like 10 to 15 minutes, right? And then I go back and like shower and like whatever's back there. So I take like 20 minutes. So then I take the car back to the hotel. That's like 20-ish, 25, depending on like the traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get back, like Jordan's still up. So I'm like playing around with Jordan for a little bit. And then I turn on the TV and like the game still hasn't started playing yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's been a while since I left the arena and like since I left the court and the game hasn't started yet. So I'm like, so my mom, like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
And so actually that was my second to last thing. My last thing is like, you know how like if you win, you get like a certain amount of money. If you lose, you still get like a portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
Make it competitive. Loser gets nothing and the winner gets something.
Yeah.
Make it a little more. You have enough money for the in-season tournament.
Exactly. Hard-working hands, reach for O'Keefe's. You'll see me use it before games.
Ever wonder how pro hoopers keep their hands in top shape? Meet O'Keefe's Working Hands Cream, their secret weapon in the green jar on every scores table in the league.
O'Keefe's delivers intense moisture and protection, so your hands stay strong and ready for action. How do you think I get all my rebounds? O'Keefe's.
Whether shooting hoops or just on the go, O'Keefe's keeps your hands in prime condition. Join the pros who trust O'Keefe's because every great play starts with healthy hands. Get yours today and experience the difference. Fellas, if you lost your hair, it doesn't mean you can't find it again.
Try Hims Hair Loss Solutions and you'll be joining hundreds of thousands of subscribers who found their hair again.
Check out their personalized hair loss solutions, and you can start seeing your hair grow back in as little as 3 to 6 months. That's right, you could have your hair again in as little as 3 to 6 months.
Hims makes treating hair loss simple with doctor-trusted options and clinically proven ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil that can regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months.
Choose some personalized chewable, oral, spray, and serum treatments to find what works best for you. Matt, you're gonna need this, I guess now because since you're a dad, because your daughter's taking all your hair from you.
Easy, brother. This process is simple and 100% online, so there are no uncomfortable doctor visits. No insurance is required, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care.
Hims has hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers, and they can help you get your confidence back with visibly thicker and fuller hair. Yo, I have to get my dad signed up for real.
That's crazy. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/roomies.
That's HIMS.com/roomies for your personalized hair loss treatment options. Again, hims.com/roomies.
Results vary. Based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride, prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
Stepping away from the Knicks for a second, I feel like we should talk about Bobby Portis.
I find that crazy. So I've heard a couple of things. I don't know what's true or not, but heard his like assistant or somebody got like the pain meds.
Had a prescription for them, I think.
He did?
I think the assistant had a prescription in his own name and was like, here, I think.
There's definitely things on the banned substance list that don't need to be on there. Like that prescription or that pill that he was that he took and tested positive for is a very, very mild like painkiller. It's like so mild some doctors don't even prescribe it to patients because the effects are so mild. So that's one. It's like there's some things that shouldn't even be on there, but we got to make sure we know as athletes what we're putting in our body, and I think that's the biggest thing because because at the end of the day, like it's like you get suspended for 25 games. I mean, you're losing if you have I don't know what he's getting paid, but like if you have a $10 million contract and you have to sit for what almost 30%
almost
of
a
the
third
games,
of it, yeah.
like you're losing $2-3 million.
Yeah.
And it's like so like that decision is
And for it
massive.
to happen now.
I haven't like gone to like CVS, like Walgreens, and got like anything like ever. I'm like, this is what can I do for this?
Yeah,
like even if it's like if I'm feeling sick, I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling sick.
Yeah.
Like, I need to take something like.
And it's like, and if you do it that way, and it's like, and you hit like someone that's affiliated with the team or the league office or NBPA or whatever, then at least like
they know.
They know. And then if there is something where it never really happened, but like say like a trainer is like, oh, we can take this, you can do this, and there's a paper trail, and it's like, oh, this is what they were giving me, then it's a little bit different. Then like you might be able to like
appeal it or something.
and get past that. Like even like he said, like with me, like there's times I've texted Chris or Chin, like that's who's head of the PA. I'm just like, I'll text her, hey, am I able to take this? Like, is this something that's like, to like check this out? And I'll send her a link, and like she'll do the due diligence, and she'll be like, nah, we don't think you should take it.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I'm not gonna take it.
Right.
So it's like you have to be so on top of what you put in your body, because like you said, like it's like, bro, that's major implications for the team, obviously, but like for him,
I saw it was like
2.3
or 2.4.
Yeah, and it's like think like, hey, bro, like it's 7 figures that you lose
for something that's not going to help you.
Yeah,
really.
And it's like for that, like if I'm going down,
you're going down.
Now my next question,
that's going to come in like
that. I'm coming back. My jawline gonna be totally different, bro. Y'all gonna be like, "Dang, what's up with Jay Hart?"
Yeah, just some tramadol.
Yeah, but it's like, and like we were at Bobby with USAB, and one of the greatest dudes, like you're like super dope, super cool. If he's cool with you, he rides for you. But that's you're gonna gas that one up. But it's just unfortunate that was what it was, and I know they appealed it. And unfortunately, obviously, they weren't able to get that appeal. But it's a bummer.
It's so tough because like if you're the league, the rules like pretty clear cut, right? Mm-hmm. Like here's a list. If anything on this list shows up, like it's a banned substance. But I saw his agent Mark Bartelstein, I think, had written a letter and was obviously was accepting of the decision, but also was would challenge the NBA to sort of challenge their interpretation of what this looks like. Was this someone who's trying to gain competitive advantage, or is it someone who was put in an unfortunate situation? And I think it begs the question of should there be any wiggle room for stuff like this? Obviously, there's been far more extreme cases, right, where people are enhancing their performance knowingly and intentionally. Whereas I feel like obviously, like you said, it's such a minor medicine. It wasn't taken, but also it's like, how do you determine what was intentional and what wasn't?
I think it could cause the NBA to obviously not right now, but going into next season, relook over that banned substance list and say okay, what are, like you said, what are the substances that give this person a competitive advantage? What are, tramadol, we could probably take it off the list. Or, I'm sure there's probably some other ones that you could probably take off the list that don't add to a player's performance or whatever it is, but could be beneficial to that person in their own, whatever, medical reasons or stuff like that. So, whenever something like this happens, it always, opens the bigger picture of okay, let's look at this and figure out what improvements can be made for, the protection of, obviously, the protection and integrity of the league, but also of your players. So, that's a bummer.
Your assistant gave you that. Your assistant gave you the tramadol, right, over the Toradol.
Their employment would be terminated.
Oh,
Terminated?
100%.
Or like you give him a second chance?
Second chance of what?
I'm just asking, would you give him a second chance?
Nah.
It's over, right?
It's curtains. Unless you're working for free, I gotta recoup that. I gotta recoup that 2-3. What do you mean?
But I will say, I agree. Obviously, like really stupid on the assistant's part, but and again, no shade to Bobby, but what you both said is that if you even feel something as minor as the sniffles, you're calling the team.
Yeah.
Right? So
there's a lot of parties are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sucks.
If you don't change the substance of, some of the things on the list, or like you said, I don't think it should just be a boom 25 game suspension.
I don't think it was a boom 25 game suspension.
No, like I'm saying like they had like the whole. I mean, that happened like Thanksgiving, so there was a whole like appeal process and all that stuff. What he's saying, like, does this substance give this person a competitive advantage? Competitive advantage. I messed that one up. A competitive advantage. So it's like for something like that, it's like, okay, like you shouldn't have taken it. You should know what's going in your body. But with something like that, you should suspend it for 5 games, 7 games, 10 games, not 25. I don't like. He's being suspended the same amount as if I sat there and I took, I don't know, some type of PED, which
HGH.
Oh, HGH, yeah,
Whatever, yeah.
Which should not be on the same tier.
Is it just a blanket one size fits all 25 game for
no matter
anything on the substance?
Yeah.
No, it depends what the substance is, I think.
No, if it's on that list and you get positive, it's 25, regardless.
Yeah. So obviously we don't know the situation with Bobby and how it kind of came out. But what does the random drug testing policy look like? Like, is it truly random? Is it after you go out and get 40?
Sometimes it's random. There have been times where like
definitely not random.
There have been times where I got tested. You're probably right. I got tested like at September or October, like right beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. I didn't get tested again until like after All-Star. That was like my first time in New York, like first year in New York. I didn't get tested for like the longest time. At least it felt like that. Like I didn't get tested for a while. And there's times I'm like on the list every single time. Like we get like the notification in the morning from like one of our trainers, like, all right, testing today. Names will be up on the board when you walk in, right? I feel like I was on that list like 3-4 times in a row. I'm like how is this random if I'm getting picked every single time?
Yeah. I mean, how many times have you like seen someone post a photo of like them looking like swole and then next thing you know, like the next day they got a drug test? It's like, it's not random.
After the series, the Miami series, when I didn't pass Josh the ball, I think I played pretty well that series. I got tested the next day. My first day out. Right,
for PEDs?
Yeah, I got drug tested. Mm-hmm. Off-season drug test. Once the season ended, like I got the call later the next morning, like, "Hey, we're coming to drug test you." I'm like, "All right, I'm not in New York, but
yeah."
All right, we're gonna send somebody down there. We'll be there in an hour.
Yeah, they be on it. So.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's the league. Who's calling?
Somebody.
It's
somebody.
But it's like, so with me, like you're technically like, towards like the end of the year, like you feel out like a little like
where you're going to be most of the summer,
point of contact and all that stuff. I forgot. I don't know what I put down one time. I think it was actually like last summer or 2 summers ago. I think like the NBA was like trying to track me down for like 4 days. Like, what the hell is this?
Where were you?
I was just in Miami, but like, I guess like, I'm not, I think I like might like, I don't know if I changed numbers or what. I didn't change numbers. I don't know if I gave the wrong number. I don't know what I did. But I guess, or maybe I just didn't pick up the phone.
That sounds
right. That sounds right. That sounds right.
They don't like, I mean, now it's a little bit different because like, if you don't have the number saved, sometimes it pops up as whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I think I was just seeing like some random number. I'm like, I'm not picking this up. I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
And then like a couple of days went by, and then like one of the guys from the Knicks called me and like, "Yo, like the NBA's trying to get in touch with you. You got a drug test." Like, apparently, they called you a couple of times. I'm like, "Oh, dang!" So then like the person called me like an hour later. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I got you. This is the same address. Just pull up."
Damn.
Yeah, they got me.
They saw you leg pressing at Movement Lab.
Exactly. They saw me leg pressing. They were like, "Yeah." saw my lower body, and they were like, "Yeah, we got to drug test him."
We got a little West Coast road trip coming up. Are you gonna be celebrating your 30th?
Yeah.
Damn.
So
30.
Yeah.
Damn, 30, bro?
Yeah. I told you, bro. I got
29, 28?
we can't be out here being 0-7, bro. I got 4 or 5 years left, maybe 6. I got to win. My time's going down, brother.
Well,
figure it out.
Technically, everyone's time's going down, for being honest.
Nah, I know, but y'all time's a little different than my time.
Not really.
You got a Roller. I got an Apple Watch. Your time's different than mine.
Do you want me? Do you want me to do this right now?
So on the West Coast trip coming up, some of the key successes for 5. Damn, we played 5 games. We play what? Lakers, Clippers.
Lakers, Clippers back to back. Then we go
Kings, Portland,
Blazers.
Golden State.
Yeah.
Keys.
Quick sidebar on that. Did you see Braun's story about?
Oh yeah, the
about their
back-to-backs.
schedule?
3 back-to-backs in a row is absurd. It's diabolical.
Where does your game with them fall in that? Is it?
Before.
Yeah.
So you don't even get the benefits of them.
Whoever made their schedule they got to be Celtic fans. Gotta be Celtic fans. Because they were sitting there like, yeah.
Yeah,
let's
ruin the end of his year.
End of the year, we gonna put them through the ringer. Because that's, we've had time where we'll have a back-to-back, day off, back-to-back. Like we've done that. But 3 in a row, at that point, bro, just sit me out 3 of them. Sit me out either the front end or the back end of each one because I'm not playing 6. I got 3. But
yeah, you guys are gone like all of March, basically.
Yeah. I mean, we're here all January, so
Yeah.
sounds right. Plus, Big East tournament's here, right?
yeah.
Is there the next weekend, are we hosting the
They're
tournament?
probably hosting something. 'Cause I think we're like only come back for like 3 days and then we're right back. So they gotta have first round of the
Something.
tournament.
Yeah.
NIT or something. NCAA.
NIT's at the end of March.
I mean, we wouldn't know.
You never been in NIT? No.
Neither of us been in that.
No, I'm saying your first 2 years you were in NIT. You're both in tournament.
Yeah, we were the
I'm just
number
making
1
sure.
overall seed.
Not your first year.
No, we were 2nd seed.
Not your first year.
My first year, we
Your
were 2
freshman
seed.
year, you're 2 seed?
Yeah, we were 2 seed. It started and ended in Buffalo for me. That's
Okay,
what we had.
so
That's
your
what we
sophomore
played.
year, you were what? The 1 seed.
We were 1 seed.
And then we were 2 seed my freshman year.
Yeah, it was.
Then we were 1.
2-1, 2-1.
That's an elite college career, bro. You should be proud of yourself.
I only got one to show for it. Shout out to Shabazz Napier.
Man, he was cooking y'all. I'll never forget that game.
He hit me.
Who?
With,
Shabazz Napier, when they played UConn.
he hit me with the meanest stutter step I've ever seen in my life. It was on like the left wing, brother. I had no idea what he was doing. Like he ended up pulling for a 3 and cashed out. But I swear his feet were moving so fast. No matter what he did, I was not moving. Because I'm like, bro, I don't. And I think he did that. And then I looked, it was like in front of our bench. I literally looked at my bench and looked at coach. I'm like, I got nothing for him. Like, bro, I can't do nothing about this. But cooking that whole time, that whole tourney, problem.
This segment is brought to you by Body Armor Sports Drink.
So, Jalen, what has your journey been like from second round draft pick to starting guard to all-star starter and team captain? What are some of the keys to your personal growth off the court?
Keeping your circle close. Not really expanding your circle every time like a new door opens. And so I pretty much have kept the same people around me since day one, for the most part.
Just on that note, I feel like, you get to get coached by your dad and then you work day to day with your sister. It's
Yeah.
tough to ask for anything more than that.
Yeah. And then my
And
mom
obviously Sam.
my mom does like my
and-
enterprise stuff, and so I keep it pretty close. And I like that because like you have the people who want the best for you but also hold you accountable. And so I think that's what makes it easy to kind of continue to like progress forward. You're working hard every single day, and you're the right people to keep pushing you.
Yeah.
And also tell you when you're doing well, but still pushing you.
Yeah. It's like how Shannon runs all your shit.
Yeah, exactly. I just vibe. I'm just here. I'm here for a good time, hopefully a long time.
Josh, how would you gauge your growth as a player since joining the NBA? 7 triple doubles already this year is obviously a metric that, year 8, I don't know if you would have thought you'd have 7 in a year, let alone 7 in half a year.
I don't know if I'll have 7 in my career. I don't know. I think for me, the change of mentality has helped me, and obviously part of that is having the security of having a contract, a guaranteed contract. You know, but I feel like I'm not trying to sit there and prove myself to other people or anyone else. I'm out there just trying to make sure I put my team and my guys in the best position to be successful. And, doing that, I'll reap, benefits however way I'll get them. But I think the mentality of, from rookie year, trying to establish myself, trying to get, a big contract to now of just like everything will take care of itself, but let me make sure, everyone else is successful. So I just think it's the mentality.
Cool. For both of you guys, how has basketball helped you expand into new areas? And where would you like to go with your podcast platform?
I don't know, but I think it's like it's a different outlet for us. I'd be lying if we said like we had goals like for this, but like I like the way like we've like progressed with it, and so I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But I think it's fun to have our own platform. Let's just talk about like whatever we want to talk about. I feel like as like guys, like we don't like sit down like have like in-depth conversations. Like rarely. Like think about it. Like when like our wives be like, you guys don't like talk, we're like no. We just vibe.
Honestly, we talk more about like random hypotheticals than
actual real world stuff.
I think we probably spent more minutes talking about like a would you rather, or like what would you do in this situation than like, yo, me and Shannon, or we're talking about this. Like, no, our minds are just
vibing.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're here for great vibes. Their conversations are different, but I don't know. The podcast has been fun, and hopefully, we can keep going with it. But it's cool just to be like you said, JB, just to go out here and just kind of, take a step away from basketball and just talk about just whatever the heck we want to talk about.
I mean, the podcast has been awesome. I've obviously, even since the Villanova days, you and I have had a relationship. We've known each other, but I feel like you and I have gotten closer since we started the pod. Obviously, we now talk more than we ever did before. And obviously, we had one back in the day. And I think, it's been really cool. Obviously, like, I don't play basketball for a living, so I have more time to think about what this could look like from a business perspective. But I think we just keep taking it day by day, see where it goes. I mean, the growth it's been awesome. So, no, it's been really cool. It's been really cool.
We are so back with some Body Armor Sports Drink.
Of course, it wouldn't be a Roommates podcast without it. I got my strawberry banana right here. That's how I stay hydrated while we yap.
I got my favorite right here, orange mango. Always my go-to, whether I'm shooting a podcast or shooting some hoops. I know I need to stay hydrated and get these electrolytes in. I never leave home without it.
Did you brought it with you to San Francisco for All-Star?
I did.
Kept it on you?
I brought it with me, and I got it shipped to the hotel room.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great partner right there.
Can't be an all-star without my Body Armor Sports Drink. Real hydration, real ingredients, packed with electrolytes and vitamins. No artificial flavors, sweeteners, or dyes. Get yours today at Amazon or a local grocery store near you. The Roommate Show is now sponsored by DoorDash.
DoorDash has a Dash Pass members only deal for the 24-25 NBA season. They swoosh, you save. When any player scores 50 or more points in a game, Dash Pass members save 50% on an order, up to $10 off. Who's going to make this happen for our first Dash Pass members? Jalen or Josh?
Well, Jalen does have a few 50-point games in his career already.
What about rebounds? That's got to count for something, Josh.
Sign up for Dash Pass and save more all year round with $0 delivery fees and reduced service fees on eligible orders. Plus, exclusive perks like this one. I know we all love the $0 delivery fees, especially our fellow New Yorkers always getting delivery.
Guilty. Since moving to the city, I definitely catch myself ordering more.
Use the promo code NBA50 the next day after a 50-point game during the 2024-25 NBA regular season from noon to midnight. That's right, from noon to midnight.
Valid for Dash Pass members only from noon to midnight the day after any player scores 50 or more in a single game during the 24-25 regular season. Valid with use of promo code from noon to midnight the day after a 50-point game on eligible orders at participating merchants. Must have an active Dash Pass account. Terms apply. Did you guys watch Lakers Denver last night?
Yeah, I watched
a little bit.
Watched a little bit. I feel like that was Luka's third game?
Yeah,
fourth.
First game,
fourth
he was
game.
first
No,
game
third
was-
game because he didn't play the back-to-back.
It was
Yeah.
fourth. It was just fourth.
First game, little minutes restriction. Second game,
Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
second game, another 14 points. I feel like this is the first game where it's like, all right, this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buddy's cold, man.
Did you see JJ say he didn't sleep for 2 straight days preparing for Jokic?
JJ
Cap.
just be lying, bro. Like,
Cap.
JJ wants everyone to think he's such a basketball psycho, bro. He be capping crazy. That brother was probably in bed by 10 p.m. JJ be capping. He for sure had a glass or 2 or 3 of a very expensive Burgundy and was probably passed out after a morning of golf. He is capping.
I can't wait to see the text message we get when he sees this.
So you think
I hope we have a text message because last time he didn't reply.
you're saying he's leaning into the basketball psycho narrative?
Yeah. First he out there glazing Braun, and now he want to be the basketball psycho.
He's getting out ahead of a narrative, getting ahead of it.
He did.
Smart.
He did.
He's smart.
And
He was in that media world, so he knows.
Yep.
He's hey.
And that's literally what I texted him, and he didn't reply. So
Wow.
he's a hoe.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I still got to give him a nice bottle of wine though.
For what?
Well, he let us stay at his house, so that was nice. So I gotta
Oh
give
yeah,
him.
but that was like 6 months ago.
Yeah, I know, but this is the first time. Like I saw him obviously when they played us.
Yeah.
But he was in, I guess, transitions of living situations, and so I didn't want to give him like a really nice bottle of wine. So I gave him like a good bottle of wine, which he looked at me. I'll say this for people that don't know wine, right? There's tiers of wine.
I don't give a shit.
And oh no, that's fine. But it shows how bougie JJ is. So they're like, for like Burgundy, you have like Village wines, which are like really good wines. It could be anywhere from like $50 to, $300-$400. And then you have like the Premier Cru, Grand Cru, with all that other stuff. So I gave him a really nice wine. I think it was a Village wine. I think it was a Dujac, Saint Maurice Saint Denis. Really good wine. And I gave it to him, and he looked at it and said, "Huh, just a Village wine, hey?" So, yeah, bougie as hell. So now I have to. Now, like, we go there. He has actually a somewhere where I can give him a nice bottle of wine that he can, cellar and drink at a later day. So,
Did you guys notice on the episode with Vinny? You guys were telling a story, and someone said Bull, and he's like, "Who's Bull?"
Oh,
Yeah.
you said.
I said
Bull. He's like, who's Bull?
Yeah, he was like, who the hell is Bull? I'm like, oh, my bad. Caesar.
Is Bull a Philly thing? Yeah, it's a Philly thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bull, John, yeah.
John for sure, Philly.
Who's John?
Who's John? So obviously, like at home, right? We walk through it. You have your full game day routine down to the minute, basically. How do you replicate that on the road when there's more variables, different city, different hotels, stuff like that?
It's not the same routine, but it's a routine. It's like my away routine. Like we usually have shoot around at 10. And the first bus is at 9:15, and the second one's at 9:30. So like I go 30 minutes before. So I'll leave the hotel at 8:45.
What a captain.
Huh?
I just said, what a captain.
I'll go to 8:45, right?
Hmm.
I shoot before everyone else gets there, just so like I have the court. I don't want to like push anyone off when everyone's there. So I'd rather just get there early and just do my work. Then we shoot around, come back, we have like brunch, and then I get a treatment, and then I probably more times than not, I get in the boots, like the recovery boots, nap, get up, ready to go. Like it's a little different because I don't have to drive the facility, and then I'm gonna drive to the game or get driven to the game. So it's pretty much the same once I get to the arena, though.
Yeah.
But before then, just same but different.
One other thing I want to talk about, I just thought about, I feel like one of the coolest things about the NBA is how good everyone is, right? And how situational it is. You see guys, maybe they're doing one thing on a certain team, they get to a new team, completely different player. Obviously you showed a lot of talent in Dallas, but one could argue that that's what's happening in New York, right? Max Christie, hooping. Did you think that his game would translate?
Yeah, that's a good question. He's playing really well.
Really well.
Really well. So we talked about it before. He went to high school down the street from where I went to high school. We played it obviously at different times. So I always heard of his name and knew he was good and whatever. He went to Michigan State, played well. I don't want to say surprising, but like you said, once you get to a new team, you get an opportunity to kind of start fresh. Something subtle, but you don't want to ease your way into a new situation. You want to say, you want to set the tone. This is how it's going to be. This is how I am. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to make the most of my opportunity. I want to help my team win. And he's doing that. And it's I find it really cool that he was playing really well with the Lakers. He's taking another step right now. I think it's awesome.
Obviously, like you said, it's situational. And obviously, he was playing well with the Lakers. But I think, obviously, AD got hurt. Gafford's out. Lively's out. And I forgot what game it was. I think he had the ball. It was a close game towards the end of the game. I think he had a tough bucket or two. But it's you just got to put in you were playing well. You got a new situation, and then they kind of let you be you, and they let you rock out, and you're playing well. It's just it adds a new level of confidence, right? So it's and I think he says on down the stretch, he had the ball in his hands a little bit. And obviously in LA, bro, Brown gonna have the ball, AR gonna have the ball. That's their guys. And that's not a knock on anybody else. But when you have certain people on the team, that's your guys. That's who's gonna have the ball. So if you go to a different situation and then you have the ball in your hands due to, some guys being out and you hoop, that builds the confidence.
And you're looked at with more confidence.
Yeah.
You're looked at with more confidence. All right, I can trust him.
Yeah. And now they give you more opportunities, and then obviously it'll bode well for them, when guys start getting back healthy, and he's hooping, you got other guys coming off the bench hooping. So, he's like JB said, he got in that new situation and, kind of grabbed the bull by the horns and he's hooping.
Grab the bull by the horns.
You see, that was a Texas
Who's
reference,
No.
Texas? No? All right.
Did you guys see that the Yankees removed their beard ban after 49 years?
Yes, I did.
You think a beard ban would ever fly on the Knicks or on any NBA team?
No.
Nah. But it's
No.
they were able to, it's 49 years. They had that, for a while. It's not like they just tried to implement it last year.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. I just wish maybe, for some of those guys, they did it, a month earlier. Poor Devin Williams had a nice beard. He had to cut it. So, poor guy.
Yeah.
They said, wait, so it's clean shaved beards, right?
Yeah, well-groomed.
Well-groomed beards.
Yeah.
I wonder
subjective.
what. Yeah, it's very subjective. Because you could have a long beard, but it's very subjective. I don't know. I feel like,
and it only allows you a slim window to really grow it. Because, for example, some of the people that it'll take them a couple months to get a good beard. Mm-hmm. It's right after the season you got to start growing it. Because right now, if you grow it's going it could look patchy. You look dumb. You got to shave it. So it's like me, bro. I couldn't do it. I look dumb. This is all I could have.
No, you look good with a beard. You had a beard in college.
Yeah, it was bad. It's patchy. It's too patchy.
Our social team thought it would be funny to add some beard to our usually clean-shaven teammates. Okay. Oh my.
He would look good with the beard. He would look good with the beard.
Wow.
Tyler will look good with the beard.
Bro, he got 15 years older with this picture.
He looks like a
He looks
picture.
like he's 41.
Mm-hmm. It's a good photo. That's a good
Whoever
Photoshop
photoshopped
too.
that though did a phenomenal job.
Great Photoshop.
It looks super natural.
He looks like a 14-year vet in the
What does he
MLB.
look like? Yeah, he does. Or the NHL maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think? Oh my.
Oh, Matt Ryan. Oh no.
Ooh, nah.
Oh, Deuce is worse.
Yeah, both of those look
Well,
really bad.
the Deuce with no mustache is crazy. Just the full beard.
Yeah. I think if you have the
These
beard,
aren't
you gotta
it.
have at least
Nah.
a little bit of a mustache.
See, they did Matt dirty here because what are we supposed to say when it's that type of beard that they put on him?
They set him up for failure on that.
That's sad.
He looks like he's in like a biker gang or something.
Yeah. Got a leather jacket at home.
Yeah, Deuce looks crazy.
Did they just give James Harden beard to OG?
It looks more like a brown beard.
Is this brown beard? Pacome look.
I think he looks good.
I can't even see.
He looks a little like Cat with the beard.
It is probably Cat's beard.
Does Cat have a beard like that? I don't even know.
Yeah,
Cat have a beard?
Cat's a beard.
Yeah. Does Cat have a beard? You see him every day.
I know. Yeah, all these dudes look bad. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
And this is why you'll never see me clean shaved.
Oh my gosh. We all look terrible. Who do you think looks the worst?
Me. Matt looks the worst. I'm sorry.
It might be me.
Matt just looks young. Matt
Josh
just looks like he could
crazy
be
too, though.
Josh looks like an avatar.
Damn, that's crazy.
Nah, Josh, you look like an avatar straight up.
Yeah,
Like,
I look bad.
I really want to know how they did this. I'm like, did they use like AI or something?
Could we look at? No, I'm not even gonna draw attention to it.
What?
Look at my Adam's apple.
I need to take a picture of this. Is that from the Kelly Olynyk incident?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that or no?
I won't say one word. If I say one word, I owe you whatever's in my wallet.
Nah, but you gave it to Tim. What do you want me to explain why my Adam's apple's to the side?
If you feel inclined.
I was playing in New Orleans, and we were playing the Heat. It was the Heat. Anyways, so I was at like half court, and somehow I got elbowed by Kelly Olynyk. Like it shifted my Adam's apple to the side.
Permanently?
Permanently, yeah. So now, which, it wasn't a problem. It just looks kind of weird. Photos like this. But now it's kind of starting to, catch up to me. I'm having like acid reflux.
Damn.
And that, issues with that now. So can't have as much spicy food anymore. It's a bummer.
Thanks, Kelly.
Yeah, my technically I said my esophagus is compressing my trachea or vice versa. So
that's actually serious, and this man's losing it over here.
Yeah, he wanted me to answer. That's why. So obviously
that's crazy.
A little bit of a bummer, but I always loved buffalo wings. That's doesn't help the stereotype, but can't really do that stuff anymore.
So no more spicy food.
Not as much.
Welcome.
In like small doses.
Welcome.
Yeah.
No, I'm not the only one.
It's a bummer.
Thanks, Jalen, for using discretion there.
Yeah, buddy. It's all good.
I didn't say anything that he could have said anything crazy about.
That's true. And this MVP segment is brought to you by Tommy John. So during All-Star Weekend, the Hall of Fame finalists for 2025 were announced. What comes to mind when you guys think of the impact of a few of these names? So obviously we have names like Carmelo, Dwight Howard, Marcus Johnson, Billy Donovan, Mark Few, Sue Bird, Sylvia Fowles, and Maya Moore.
Great list of basketball icons. What I would say on the ride to the Boston game the other day. It's on Twitter searching, doing whatever. And Melo's "I'm Coming Home" popped up on my Twitter. Dog, that was one of the coldest videos. Remember what it was?
Yeah, no, I know.
The quotes and all that. Fire. I just had to put that out there. But yeah, that's a crazy list. Obviously, Dwight Howard was a monster. Billy Donovan, Mark Few was great at USAB. Sue Bird, it's just Maya Moore, one of the coolest to do it.
These are only the finalists, right? Like, or these like the inductees?
I think just the finalists.
Must be tough.
It'd be hard to pick some.
How many you get picked? Is it just one?
No. There's more than
4 or 5, I think.
But I remember when Coach Ray got inducted, it was at least like 6, 7 people.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be hard to see who gets cut from this list. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one.
I mean,
good thing I don't got to make the decisions.
Yeah,
we don't.
The amount of wins that Mark Few is like racked up at Gonzaga is just. I mean, I feel like every year they're like 31-2, 31 and like.
and did stuff for USAB. Got gold medals with them.
Has Mark won one yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
They knock on feels like they knock on the door like
Every
every
year.
year.
Yeah.
Every year they gonna get one.
He gonna get one.
Yeah, he gonna get
He
one.
gonna get
soon.
one.
I feel like the cool thing about Billy Donovan too is like you rarely see college coaches make a successful transition to the NBA.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And I feel like he's done a really good job.
Yeah.
he's done a lot for the game.
He was one of my coaches for like under 18 or under 19 USAB. So he was dope to play for sure.
No.
Cool. I guess we'll find out on April 5th at the Final Four.
Yeah.
Cool. You two can make Tommy John the MVP of your underwear drawer.
It's that time of year again. Time to hype up our favorite underwear. Josh, what underwear you got on over there?
You think I'm gonna show you? It's my Tommy John second skin. My post-game ritual always starts with Tommy John, the most comfortable underwear I've ever worn. They are comfortable, breathable, and lightweight, and don't ride up.
Me personally, I like zero distractions. So if it's lightweight, comfortable, that's what I need. We know I am going to play well when I got my Tommy Johns on.
Once you get yours, you'll see why Tommy John sold over 20 million pairs of their high-quality underwear.
With thousands of 5-star reviews, Tommy John doesn't have customers. They have fanatics like me. Get 25% off site-wide at TommyJohn.com/roomies.
Headed to Madison Square Garden this year, Chase cardholders can score more at MSG with perks like discounts on concessions and team merchandise. A Jalen Brunson jersey, perhaps?
I swear we didn't really pay him to say that. Plus, cardholders get access to the Chase Lounge. Head to chase.com/MSG for more info. Terms and restrictions may apply.
Picture me scrolling. JB, you wore the triple black gear of the Mambas at the All-Star game.
I did.
When did you make that decision? And did you have them already, or you had to track them down?
No, they were there upon my arrival.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Decision was kind of made. I was wearing them. They're fire. They're dope.
Are you, now that you wore them in the All-Star game, are you going to kind of put them to the side as your 2025 All-Star shoes, or would you ever break them out?
That pair, yeah. I'll get.
Ooh, you got multiple.
Yeah, I had a couple.
Okay.
I had a couple. But this was funny.
Remember the dance? Yeah. That's a fact.
Not gonna lie, when I did it, I thought I was dancing for way longer. But it was only for like 2 seconds. That was fire.
Yeah.
I saw someone tweet, of course, it was like Philly people like hyping.
Yeah. That's a low vibe.
Great vibe.
Oh, this one,
Bro,
Kyrie
this was
took the
funny.
money.
So
Yeah,
Kyrie
it's
took
hilarious.
the money out of that was the Mr. Beast thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100K, right?
And then Kitty took it back
No,
and put it back in the
bro,
bin.
he really looked like that parent, bro. Like Kyrie over there got the money. I said something to James Harden, and then he just looked like the disappointed parent to just take the money from.
It's
So
like
they're like, "Hi, yeah, I got that bag. I got bread on me." Just snatches it and takes it, bro. That's hilarious.
when you go to the grocery store with your mom, we're like, let me get these snacks. Like, put that shit
Put
back.
that back. What is this?
I still don't think this is real. Still don't think it's real. I've seen everything, buddy.
So
I don't think that's real.
he had it behind
I
him.
would say, yeah, but I would say the only reason why I think that's actual is because you've seen a lot of people do those kind of shots. Like Phil Mickelson used to do like videos of
Phil
those.
Mickelson.
Yeah, I get it, but you got to think about it. Like, obviously, that's Phil Mickelson.
I have a hard time believing that's real.
I think it's real, bro. Because I'll say this: these, trick shot people, like that play golf, do all that stuff, like they do this stuff all day, every day. So they obviously have some type of skill to it. Like I said, they're not Phil Mickelson. It's like people doing basketball trick shots. They can sit there and do basketball trick shots all day, and then you put them on the court, and they don't know how to play basketball.
Did you ever see the videos of like on TikTok of every day Bryson DeChambeau trying to get the hole in one like over his house?
Think what did he do? Day 13, 14?
Something like that. And then someone else got it pretty quick. Like came over
I
and
think he did it in like his fourth shot.
yeah.
Yeah.
for like 50K or 100K too.
Something like that.
Live is how I watch a basketball game. It's all about the change with the one-court tactile broadcast. I'm about
This
to
is
watch
dope.
the entire game through
This is
my
really dope.
fingers and my ears. We have a status
Is it bad?
bar
I've seen
that
everything.
tells me the
I've seen this
score,
too.
how much
You're so
time
online.
left, all what's
How does
going
how
on,
does
which
how does
is
this
really
work?
big deal 'cause I don't have
Don't
to
really
do
know
it
how it
1,000
works,
times. Hey, what's
but
going on? And then we have these buttons for tutorials for
it's like
anyone going to
the
use this
board.
device for the first
The
time.
things move on the
So easy a
board.
blind man could do it. It uses real-time data with haptic feedback and audio to let me know exactly what's going on in real time. You don't understand. I've been at basketball games having no idea what's going
That's
on.
crazy.
Like cheering for
So
the
it's
home
vibrating?
team. Let's go
Yeah.
play ball!
I think it's vibrating while you like moving stuff on the court so you can see where everything's going. Dope by Portland.
That's
Really
really
dope.
cool.
Yeah.
Vibrate twice. Let's go!
That's dope.
I never realized they even move around
I think
the court that fast.
I think every NBA team should see this, and they should have that next year.
Yeah, I feel like you see stuff like this and you're like, the NBA is so far ahead technology-wise.
Yeah, but also I feel like stuff like this like should get promoted more than it is.
Yeah.
Line user over here, Vic. 2 words, life-changing. One
That's
court,
fire.
one love.
How much do you think it costs to make something like that?
A bag.
Too much?
Nah, not too much.
Well, is it a company and then the Blazers are just working with them?
Probably. I don't
So yeah,
know.
they're probably a
that.
whole startup that like raised a bunch of
Yeah.
money. You guys know who Ariel Hawani is?
No.
I actually think he'd be a really dope guest. He's like, he's kind of like I don't want to say the Woj because he's not, but like for UFC basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he does. Like he gets all the scoops, like the Fabrizio Romano of combat sports. He said, my son has gotten really into basketball over the past 6 months. I think it's finally surpassed soccer for him, which was his first love. He had a game tonight. The highlight, he drew a charge. I couldn't believe it. Didn't think he knew how to do that. Fell hard too. I asked him about it after the game. He said, I did that on purpose to get the foul. I said, where'd you learn that? I saw Jalen Brunson do it, he said. One of my proudest moments as a dad.
That is fire.
There you go.
That is fire. Damn.
It's a lost art.
Lost art.
That's our Cappy. And such an inspiration. Way to inspire the younger generation, brother.
Clown.
And then on the right, we have the highest rebounding percentage in a season. Players 6'4" and under, minimum of 45 games. So it's literally just 2 people,
Russ and Josh.
but over 8 seasons. It's 4 Russell Westbrook seasons and 4 Josh Hart seasons.
Is it the last 8 seasons?
No.
24, 25, 24, 23. Missing 22.
And 1920.
Damn.
Wonder who it was in 1920.
Damn, Josh.
The fact that, like, I feel like I rebound the ball, at a high rate. The fact that Russ
Yeah.
is on there, like my best season, was 15-2 several years ago, and that would have been his worst rebound. Like he had a span where it was just how he was playing was absurd.
I'm also, maybe it's just because you're on, like, you're in a bigger market and you're also scoring well, so there's more spotlight on you. But I'm surprised I would have thought this would have been your biggest rebounding year. Maybe it's just because you're doing so much more, like the triple doubles and all that.
Yeah.
Where were you 2021? New Orleans?
I don't know. Oh, that might do it. Yeah, I think it was New Orleans. Yeah. New
Must have
Orleans.
been rebounding the
I
hell
think
out
you
of the
got
ball.
traded that year.
To Portland?
Was that the year I got traded to Portland?
Yeah, because you got traded to us 22, 23. So that means you...
223.
No.
So
no,
that
it would've been
You
next year.
got the next
Yeah.
year. It would have been next year.
I was about to say, because once I got to Portland, them 15 games, I ain't really rebound like that.
You know, you're
I was getting buckets. I don't
point
care
three.
about a rebound buckets.
You're 0.3 away from averaging 10 rebounds.
So I got a question.
Oh, God.
No, they'll say, like in that, obviously when the season's over, stat wise, do we round up, right? Like, 'cause like, say I'm at like, if I average like 14.7 points and like 9.8 assists, do I get to say I averaged a double-double?
No.
I feel like when it's...
But I'm average, like,
You average close.
I feel like you only
average
round
close
up
to a
when
double-double.
it's not the difference between a single digit and a double digit. You know?
Like if it was like 14 point whatever and you're averaging 10.9, you could say I averaged 14.11.
But if it's 9.9, I don't think you can say it.
y'all some hoes, bro. Y'all some haters, bro. I'm gonna tell Kat to literally not rebound the rest of the year. Just leave all the rebounds for me. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So it was after the All-Star game. I truly, honestly think. Remember, I told you how like I went back to the hotel, did all that stuff, and the game didn't start. I went down to dinner. I think the game was still on, so the game still wasn't over. Probably, maybe it was, but I'm exaggerating. But yeah, I see this kid walking past with like my jersey on. I'm like, oh damn, that's dope. But I'm eating. I'm always like, I kind of want to eat first, and then like I'll go say what's up. So he's sitting over there with his dad, right? And then I saw him get up. I was like, oh, he's leaving. But then he came back. So I finished our meal. And then usually like when I'm at dinner, like people would like come up, say, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah. But like they were polite. They waited there. They ate. And then I just went up to the kid like, yo, it's a dope jersey. Like, you want me to sign it? I said, yeah, sure. Yeah. So I didn't really think anything of it. I just like really respected that like they waited to like let me eat and like enjoy time with like my family. And
did you like when you were sitting there? Obviously, you saw the kid and the family. Did you like get the sense of like, oh, like they realize I'm here, or like
yeah,
okay,
because I kind of like caught the kid like
looking at you or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like jaw dropped. I was like, I'm just a regular human being, dude. Nothing special over here. But
that's cool of you though. It's one thing to be nice to a fan when they ask. It's another thing to actually go up to them.
Yeah.
I guess you made his year.
Like I felt like they were very respectful. And I was like, I'm gonna say what's up.
Imagine if he said nope. I don't want you to sign it.
I would have laughed so hard. That would have been full actually it already
Karma.
was a full circle moment. Because PJ D-Rose was like, no, I don't want you to sign it. I was like, damn, all right. So this is a video of Niang missing the game-winning shot against us. Was this before break? Yeah.
Yeah, right before break.
And Josh pointing diabolically into his face.
It's so funny. I feel like people maybe don't know that you're pretty good. You're friendly with a lot of these people. Like I remember the Donovan Chain pop. People were like freaking out because obviously it was peak like Knicks Cavs rivalry. But like you and Donovan are close. Obviously you wouldn't do that if to some,
yeah. Like I don't think people would like
to do that with someone you actually hate is diabolical.
Yeah, that's crazy. But like, I like to have, obviously, like, bro, I'm playing basketball. I'm playing a game. I like to have fun. Like, just because like other people take this as like life or death, which is
all right. I'm gonna stop you right there. If Josh missed that shot, right, and I pointed at his face like that, you'd be sick.
Oh, for sure.
Exactly, bro. So don't talk about it's not life or death. That's a moment like he missed the game winning shot. He's probably like, damn, I just missed because he was wide open.
Wide open.
Wide open.
And I was like, ah, damn. When he shot it, I was like, oh, this is the cash.
Yeah, when he shot, I was like,
yep, well.
But don't say life or death because you'd be pissed if someone did it to you.
I for sure would be
exactly.
So. Gee, if you were sick about that, bro, my fault.
He was a good sport about it.
Yeah, no, he was cool about it.
I would have slapped the shit out of you.
My fault. Gee, my fault, bro. I want no hard feelings.
He's a better man than me.
This is what they were talking about right here. And we talked earlier about selling stuff. Josh Hart, he's going door to door right now.
Door to door is crazy.
Yeah, honestly, if I don't get an Oscar for this, like it should be a problem. But
no, it would have been an Oscar if we got like the transition big foul.
No, but I mean, I got them to look at it, so I feel like my acting did in part work.
Your acting got him into the box office.
Exactly.
They made him go watch it.
Exactly. I got the tickets. Like they bought the tickets.
Now, they bought the tickets, but
once
the reviews,
they went in and saw the product, they were like, "Yo, this is trash." But
Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, and that play, I forgot what happened. But like obviously, like a lot of people like do that. Like when you're running, in transition, people kind of like grab you a little bit so you can't run. So I'm sitting there, and I feel Drew grabbed me so I can't fully run, and the fact that they looked at it for a hostile act is comical. Because I'm sitting there, I'm trying to get a transition take foul. I don't care about anything else. Like, bro, transition take foul, we get, 2 shots in ball? Or 1 shot in ball?
At least 1 shot in ball, maybe 2.
Yeah, whatever. So that I'm doing that. And then he looked at it for a hostile act. I looked at him like, Tony, there's no hostile act, brother. I'm like, I'm trying to get the take foul, which I should have got anyways because it was right in front of him.
Okay.
But
don't ever let him call you unethical.
Thank you.
Ever again.
That is unethical as hell.
Unethical as hell. But okay, let's keep it a buck.
Let's talk.
Let's talk. And it's just blatantly, like, frankly, that just is what it is. And I would say, like, yeah, it's unethical, but would you rather be unethical and be successful? No, I'm down. I'm gonna give you.
No, I want to hear this question.
Would you rather be unethical and get the benefit of the doubt, or be ethical and penalized for it?
See, this clip is going to get taken out of context, so we should just, in the event that someone watches this and doesn't watch the whole episode, we're talking about basketball.
Oh, for sure.
Not life.
For sure, yeah. Sure.
I'm like, brother.
We're talking about the offensive. We're talking about when the ball handler, offense and defense on the basketball court. But yeah.
I think when it comes to basketball, if you're playing within the rules, and then the only thing that matters, the only thing that people will remember is whether or not you won.
Yeah,
so if that's what you need to do, and it's by the book, then it's on the book to change.
Exactly.
So you're ahead of your time. Visionary.
You a trailblazer, bro. I was like, this. Pay attention. I saw this one.
What a perfect video to talk right after we just had this conversation.
Exactly. I'm not gonna lie, these are hilarious.
They're so good.
I want to, like, how does he? Honestly, this is a talent.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a talent to be able to contort your body like that.
That's exactly what you did in Boston.
Yeah, exactly. It is. But yeah, I already said my two cents on this topic. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you guys tune in every Thursday for new episodes.
Make sure you guys subscribe and not miss a drop all season.
So this next segment is brought to you by our new exclusive content platform, Fanfix. You guys are going to get early access on drops, merch, tickets. Obviously, we did the roommates block party, more stuff like that. It's going to be fun. Now you'll be able to chat directly with us. It's a cool feature that Fanfix has, so you can reach out, subscribe, hit us up, hear from us directly. We want to hear from the biggest fans. It's happening with Fanfix today.